Select the one sentence that best meets the requirements of standard written English. A. Black and minority ethnic people constitute 1 in 7 of the UK population. They represent more than 1 in 3 of those accepted as statutorily homeless. Here we see a colon separating these two phrases. A colon's job is to introduce texts or quotes, or to add emphasis. Here, however, we don't find a text, a quote, or emphasis. If anything, we see a contrast between these two statistics. As a colon wouldn't be appropriate here, we can mark this choice as incorrect. B. Black and minority ethnic people constitute 1 in 7 in the UK population, yet they represent more than 1 in 3 of those accepted as statutorily homeless. This choice separates these clauses with a comma and the conjunction yet. Unlike a colon, the conjunction yet sets up a contrast, specifically the contrast in these two statistics. It's similar to although, as in, although Black and minority ethnic people constitute 1 in 7 of the UK population, they represent more than 1 in 3, etc. As this is an appropriate way to separate these two clauses, this is likely our answer, but we can take a look at our remaining choices just to be sure. C. Black and minority ethnic people constitute 1 in 7 of the UK population. They represent more than 1 in 3 of those accepted as statutorily homeless. This choice uses only a comma to separate these two clauses. However, both of these clauses are independent. That is, they each have a subject and a predicate. The subject of the first clause is Black and minority ethnic people, with the predicate being constitute 1 in 7, while the subject of the second clause is they, with the predicate being represent more than 1 in 3. As a comma is too weak to separate two independent clauses, we can mark this choice as incorrect. And D. Black and minority ethnic people constitute 1 in 7 of the UK population, and they represent more than 1 in 3 of those accepted as statutorily homeless. This choice uses the conjunction and to separate these two clauses. However, and connects similar ideas. Yet, as we saw in choice B, better sets up the contrast between them. In addition, we'd need a comma before and, as when separating two independent clauses with a conjunction, you need a comma as well. This being the case, we can mark this choice as incorrect and mark our original answer, choice B, as our final answer.